Peace, 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 and many, many blessings. This is your girl Sunshine, and we are back with Shine's Vibrations. Had to take a little break, had to take a little reset and recharge. Not for the new year, but due to work and situations with family. So sometimes you have to know when you have to be responsible for your environment and know when to pull away and let the world be the world while you sit back and get yourself together for your peace. Because remember, no one can be your peace. You got to be your own first. So, with that being said, I just love these two sisters that I'm having tonight because one is a big sis, most definitely. Y'all already seen her on here. She was my very first guest of Sean Vibrations 3 years ago, even though we're in the new year. So, September is going to be the start of the fourth year. And she just celebrated a solar return. So, this is an extra special show tonight. She also has so many wonderful things popping right now for her. This is the one where we say Sherrita Delacruz, her and her dope husband, DJ Sugar Shack. Yo, when I tell you I love them, I love the love that they have. Like when I first met her, when I first moved to North Carolina, real spill, I thought they was already together. So, it's nice when you see that energy and then it manifests into something beautiful. The second sister, when I say I met her when first moving to Greensboro, and she was working, I believe, with the Industries of the Blind at the time or somewhere around in that area. And we bumped into each other because I was also working in that field. And then I didn't see her anymore until CRB Entertainment's event at the hotel in High Point. We were all there and we all performed. And she walked up to me and asked me to be a feature on one of her shows, Real Rap, over at the Artist Box. See, yeah, Morgan, I see you in the background. I got a memory like an elephant. I'm running it down. So, when I say these two women are so special, and I can't wait to get into this interview, so y'all don't know why. So recently, with the height of everything going on in the media and in our families, my job, like I joke around, I work for the government, but I do work for the local government, and we had our Winter Wonderland Employee Appreciation event last month, and I wrote something, just to highlight the different departments and what we do for our community, because everywhere everybody is struggling. But when I tell you it is so hard with the people that I encounter day to day, to sit there and still give somebody grace as well as try to, give them positive energy while they explain to you their situations. And a lot of people are so embarrassed because they feel like they're not doing enough. And not everybody on the receiving end of those talks are really not sympathetic but empathetic, so I do my best, just like somebody did for me growing up. When I thought I had shortcomings, there was always a sister, an older sister, pouring life into me, letting me know like this is temporary. So I feel like I've always shared, my family tells me ministry is my calling, but to me, poetry is my ministry. And what I do as a career is also extended ministry for me. So this is called The Hands of Mecklenburg. In Mecklenburg's wide and watchful care, a tapestry of service weaves through the air, where steadfast hearts and guiding hands hold hope for every home and stand. They gather courage where hunger lies, food and nutrition lifting their tired eyes, a quiet promise warm and clear. You will not face this need alone. We're here. Medicaid opens its healing gates for those who wait and navigate a maze of days that feel unsure. Compassion steps in, steady and pure. Employment assistance lights the way, helping dreams rise in today. Resumes polished, futures grown, a pathway built from the strength you've shown. Energy assistance, a winter shield, a comfort that cold winds cannot steal. A bill relieved, a burden eased, a flame of safety kept at peace. Child support stands firm and true, a bridge for families moving through the storms of change, the ties that bind, seeking fairness for every child. Housing help, a sacred space, a shelter found, a breathing place where dignity can plant their new roots and life can step back into its boots. And Mech success, a lifted voice, a chance, a change, a hopeful choice, walking beside each striving soul until the future feels whole. Each worker, warrior in gentle form, stands with the weary, braves every storm. Their service more than task or role. It's the stitching of a stronger whole. In Mecklenburg County, compassion grows in every act its spirit shows, a community rising hand in hand, held together by those who choose to stand. So before we get into it, I have a ad, the brothers over at the Land, Goran King and Terrence Walker or T Walker. They are known for the Live Alkaline Water, Live Alkaline Festival, We Are the Gold events. They have farming, all types of things that they're teaching and gardening with the youth and the community and farmers markets. One of our guests will also share more of that information. But let's go into them right now. Remember, you go over to heavyenergyuniversity.com. You'll see all their upcoming events and purchases for their Live Alkaline Water.
Peace and love, family. Check it out. It's the We Are the Gold campaign. The We Are the Gold campaign is all about highlighting ourselves as the wealth, value, and solutions we've been looking for. We are the gold. Before it comes to the money, your health is the wealth. Tap into intentional lifestyle decisions, making sure you're putting living, local foods preferably, especially organic, into your well-being, your temple, And you already know you gotta couple that with the Live Alkaline Water, the best hydration in the nation, natural alkaline spring water straight from the source, no artificial induced processing. And the other side of the We Are the Gold campaign is activating our economics, So tap into the We Are the Gold campaign, get your $20 monthly subscription special at heavyenergyuniversity.com.
And when you run over to heavyenergyuniversity.com, remember, you got two promo codes to choose from. You have Shine Vibrations 888, or you have Royal Suns, that's SUNZ 810. So run over to heavyenergyuniversity.com. They are your alkaline water needs. I'm trying to tell y'all. Now, the next one is a promo that my big bro, Rue Jacobs, with Fresh Clothing, Go Fresh Yourself. Known him for this year would make it 40 years since I was 5 years old. Today's show is also dedicated to him. That's my big bro. Just know, bro, I love you. I love everything that you have done with your life and everything that you're continuing to do. And just know we are here and, we are rooting for you. This is just a promo he used for Mother's Day one year for his She Fresh line from Fresh Clothing. And y'all know the Fresh Moons that I stay rocking, that's also part of his clothing line, the ones with the wings as well. So let's get to it. So as I mentioned before, these sisters here are, when I say dope, They are dope beyond dope. Like you can't get no doper than them. How I feel, um, especially the way that they feel about community and the way that they love. You have to pay attention to the way people love. That makes a difference because if your intent is not pure, it don't matter what the message you carrying. It's not gonna stick. It's not gonna hold no weight. So when these women speak, when they spit, when they write, they it's very, very, very intentional. So without further ado, let's bring Sherrita Delacruz, unmute yourself, and Morgan Renee to the show.
Peace, peace.
So
Hi.
how are y'all?
Amazing.
I'm great today. Today is a good day.
Today is a good day.
I'm so glad to have you in my face. I love it. I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays, and like I said, we got to get together
since July
on a girl. Yeah,
from the blast event. So
we got to get together.
I'm still working on. I had a mechanic fix all 4 of my O2 sensors and do my tune-up. And while one of my O2 sensors is coming out, I smell burning in my car. So I had to reach out to another mechanic today. And I think there's holes in my catalytic converter. Like, I'm gonna mess around and be up under my car tomorrow because I took a picture with my hand under, and it's just bothering me every now and then. I keep blowing the picture up, and I'm like, those are holes, like this singeing or something like that. So
wow.
That's the reason why I ain't been up there. But trust me, I'm trying to get up to the borough because I do miss y'all.
We miss you too.
I miss my sisters. I miss my arts community up there. You know what I'm saying? So, Greensboro always got a special heart. Greensboro got a place in my heart like Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's saying a lot. Okay. All right.
Because Greensboro was good to me when the girl was the South by herself. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like my roots got planted in Greensboro. So, Greensboro is always going to be all right.
Respect.
So, Sherrita, since the last time you have been on here, have had so many great additions to that resume of yours. Yeah, so you already know
that is good. I
brag on yourself.
You know how I am. I don't really like to talk about me. I like to kind of make sure that everything else around me is highlighted. But I am getting to a place where I know how to, big myself up a little bit, I guess. Nouns and verb is back. So I just want to talk about that real quick. Nouns and verb was conceptualized in 2023 with me, Morgan, and my husband Jose, DJ Sugar Shack, at the Artist Block, and that's where we are again. We had taken a little break because that's one thing that I'm good with. I'm good with cutting something off if it's not doing what it need to do or it's not. So like I had sought another host whenever my illustrious hosted with the mostest was about to go out of town for her sabbatical. And I was like, oh, what do we do? Because Morgan is like
the building.
Morgan is like the cornerstone of nouns and verb. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna get.
Imagine without Morgan's name being attached to it. That's.
Listen, you don't know how lost we were when she left. Okay, and I'll be the first to say it. I'll be the first to say it.
Charlotte. I said, damn. And you know what's so crazy?
It was crickets when you left, girl. It was crickets.
I had people coming from Charlotte coming up to the People's Market. So when you left, they was like, Sunshine, who else is doing it? I was like,
nobody.
Is this Carla? Yes, it is.
Hey, Carla.
Peace, peace,
Nah.
peace, sis.
Hey,
So
Carla.
I did grab out.
So
I
wait,
did grab out.
this is my solar return gift from my other big sis that just chimed in. Carla, Crazy Carla Concoctions here on Blast on Thursdays at 8 p.m. She was looking to sis out. Making sure I was coordinated tonight. But yeah, this is my first time busting it out since I got it. Thank you so much again, sis. That's it.
So I did go and grab up my other sis. Her name is Sunshine, and we went and took nouns and verbs to Clubhouse. Shout out to Clubhouse. We did really well over there.
It was because of
We
Sherrita that I got on Clubhouse. I refused to get on Clubhouse, but as soon as Sherrita said that she was bringing nouns and verbs, I said, okay, sis, I got you. I'll download another app. I was adamant about not putting no more
don't get it
activity on.
wrong.
But when my sis
Well,
asked, I said, yes, ma'am, I'm doing it right now.
I'm gonna tell you the backstory real quick. So uh, I'm not really good with computers and all the things. So, I was like, try something new, go to the internet with it, Clubhouse. And so I saw a few people on Clubhouse. I went into a couple rooms before doing poetry. And so I said, let me tell Sunshine about this. And Sunshine was like, Clubhouse, we got to figure it out. And so we took about a week or two to figure it out. And then we went on there. We went live and went hot, and it really went well because we had a lot of out-of-state poets getting involved and things of that nature. We did really well with it, but it just still wasn't anything like it in the building. Shouts out to David Perkins. I want to say Jacob Isaac is his new writing name.
Isaac.
Okay, Jaden Isaac. That is his. You remember David Sunshine?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he kept emailing me, inboxing me when y'all coming back, as well as a few other people. And I personally had gone through some things which I'm not even gonna touch on because it's 2026. That's back there. You know what I'm saying? Not that it is not in my present, but I ain't talking about that right now. We talk about the goodness. We had to take some time to get back to where we are, but now we're back and we've got our hostess back.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna go forward, and we look forward to everybody coming out. Of course, we are still a safe stage for all poets to be able to come, beginners, seasoned poets, everybody in between. We're gonna have some more features. We're going to have a few more surprises, but Morgan and I have put our heads together. She deals a lot with reading and literacy with the Story Time with Moramai on YouTube. So, she always definitely wants to implement a learning aspect as well as I do. We put our heads together with that. So we're going to bring literary terms. A lot of times poets aren't up to speed on the things that they learned in regard to poetry, like alliteration, stanza, soliloquy, all of those things. So we're going to bring some terms into play during our breaks. Can you touch on that, Morgan, a little bit? Because you kind of contrived the idea and expounded on it.
Yeah, basically what you said, getting people more literate in general, because working with the youth as well as just being around adults, being defined in the English language, even though this ain't my native tongue, knowing English and words and how just interacting on a daily basis. I have a communication studies degree or background, so talking and communicating and understanding and language is like important to me. And so I noticed working in and out the school system with youth and just with adults that I'm interacting with in the community daily, we could all use a little bit of more knowledge on literacy, and you don't have to feel embarrassed about it. It could be just as fun and cool as me hosting an event and we discussing a word that I got highlighted on the table. So now we see what it looked like, how it's spelled, how to use it in the sentence, and it just makes us better communicators.
That's right.
Knowledge
is infinite. So you learn. If you ain't learning every day, I'm scared for you. That's all I'm saying. If you ain't learning something, at least something daily, I am petrified for your spirit and your soul.
And if you
Yeah.
think you ain't got to learn nothing more in your life, it's something wrong with
You're
you.
wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make it plain. You can't ever stop learning. You'll never stop learning. If
not
you
at
think you
all.
know it all, we need to go sit you in a dark closet by yourself and let you talk to yourself about all the things you know. Um,
Indeed.
I'm a lifetime learner, as these two ladies are, and you know, we collectively just want to make sure that people are knowing more and more and more. Just like even that wonderful poem that Sunshine spit at the beginning of the program, she's letting people know the ins and outs and elements of the department that she works in Mecklenburg County.
Mm-hmm.
And so eloquently you put it.
Appreciate it. You know,
Mhm.
I ain't hood all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you just gotta deliver it a little raw, a little gritty. But people gotta understand there's levels to poetry. And meeting people where they are is very important to me. Because I get it where a lot of folks are saying, like, and it's okay because they're just not there yet. But when they go to slams and people are, using these big $50 words, $100 words, it tells them like they're like the energy is
That
dope.
part.
The like I feel something, but because of the verbiage and how I get lost. And this is someone who's in the audience, and a lot of them are not illiterate. It's just that a lot
Right.
of times everybody, day-to-day people don't speak like that.
Right.
And as a performer, I always believed in you gotta know your audience. You know what I'm saying? Because we're griots. We're supposed to leave people with something every time
Be
we
right
spit.
back.
Mhm. You know what I'm saying? Like we're supposed to leave them with some type of new knowledge, or leaving them feeling restored, renewed, or making them, love their loved ones a little more,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And
Spoken
when
emotions.
yeah, and when you literally have a dope message, but because of how you choose to spit it, you end up losing the people who might have needed it the most.
Mm.
So, and it's not a takeaway from anybody in their style. It's just
Mm-hmm.
for me, you know, when people tell me I'm a dope poet, I know some literary like masters. You feel what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So it's like for them to tell me that I'm, you know, dope as well, one, that's a blessing. Two, it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, y'all really hearing me. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But it's like I literally believe in making it plain.
Yeah, I'm similar to that. I often find myself when I'm describing to people, because when you tell people you a poet, they be like, "Oh, let me hear something of apples and oranges and birds and bees." I'm like, I don't be doing all that
Yeah, we
frivolous
don't be doing all that.
metaphorical shit. I'm giving it to you real raw and authentic. You know what's going on. It ain't too hard to decipher. And don't you? But I appreciate that. To the point you was making too. Sometimes when it's too dramatic, because sometimes people are performing, which is
Yeah,
great spoken word. It's awesome, but sometimes when it's too dramatic, I can get lost in the message too, because it's like the poem was about punchlines and all this and that. And it's like I just need to hear the message. Like you did a
yeah,
lot to get that out, but
yeah, indeed. So and people love it though,
yeah, they
and,
do.
and but I always tell them, but they're like, oh, but I still love it. It's just that I got to know what kind of event I'm going to, and that's true as
That's
well.
real. Yeah.
We've had this discussion plenty of times on my show. Promoters and audience, some folk got to take some responsibility now. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
you got to know the type of poetry event you going for, and you can't get there and
Mm-hmm.
get mad because it turned out to be some erotic poetry, or the
Right.
other where it's erotic and BDSM. Like, pay attention to the flyer, pay attention to the performers, because the names themselves will tell you what
Like
kind of
I didn't
show.
sign up for this.
You feel what I'm saying? You know, And then again, promoters as well, don't default to people either. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there on the flyer. You know, it's no reason to just try to bait people so you can get people to come into an event because you know this area
Exactly.
is popping and this art is well received there. So, oh, I'm just throwing an event, and then you got people coming there and it blows their mind. You want people's
Mm-hmm.
minds to be blown, but not to the point where they're like, "Oh, I will never come to this again," or "I will never."
Right, intentionally blown. Yeah.
And
You know,
then word of mouth, the word of mouth about it, if they have a misconception about what the event is about, they'll be like, this is not what, and so
yeah,
that's kind of like why we're like,
like what Morgan was
go
just
ahead.
saying, how when she said when people find out she's a poet, they like, "Oh, let me hear something about the oranges, the bees, and all of this stuff." Like you don't want somebody to go to an event like that and then they run up on you and then they're like, "Oh, well, what do you do?" "Oh, I'm a poet." "Oh, you one of them nasty speaking poets." Well, yeah, I could do that too, but that ain't all I do.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's levels to this shit. It's something for every audience. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you end up in the right one.
That's right.
So speaking of like events, because can't just say both of you. All of us are curators as well. So
Yeah.
how is it being a curator and an artist with, and particularly with poetry, along with these is two of the sisters that turned me out to real dope vegan food, okay? Sherrita got this brown gravy that she called this messed up gravy that I
Oh
will
my
forever talk
God.
about.
That
And,
gravy is like 4 years old, Sunshine.
and it was at
Don't let
work.
it go.
What? I told her, and it was over. It was so funny, right? Because I was helping her bring the stuff in, and I happened to grab the can and it was in. And I said, "Is this chickpeas?" She said, "Damn, Sunshine, you got a good nose." I said, "Oh yeah, I'm getting the plate with the chickpeas." And so she was like, "Oh, I got this little bottle right here. It's this messed up brown gravy. I ain't get a chance to really do it, so I just got a little bit here." Man, when I tell you I took that bottle and put that over the chickpeas and took a spoonful, I said, "Wait a minute. Hold on, star. Hold on." I said, "Wait, let me get the bottle again." She said, "What? The bottle?" I said, "Man, we gotta treat this like I said. We want the gravy on everything, on everything." I put it over
Listen,
the whole plate.
Nothing goes to waste.
it was only supposed to be for the veggie steak. She put it on everything. Like I had made, I'll just say it because I'm
You gotta
into
let
like
people
just
eat
letting
how they
y'all
eat.
know
That's how
because
they do. You make a sauce
look,
for one thing, they use for everything. You gotta let them do what
But
they
it
gonna
was so good. She was downplaying it. You don't understand. I was telling her it's good on everything.
Morgan, it was an accident. I put the browning sauce. I put too much browning in it, so it was brown as our skin. I said,
Mm.
"Lord, look at this gravy," and it
It
wasn't
would be
supposed to be that
aesthetically
way.
pleasing.
It was
It was
beautiful.
not. It was not aesthetically
But
pleasing
from
to
a
me. But sunshine was
from a
But it was
bananas.
transgender point, we're
beautiful.
not
And it
serving that
wasn't
shit.
just me, Morgan, because guess what? People kept coming back to the table asking, "Wait, where's the gravy? There's no more gravy." And I looked at her.
We wasn't supposed to
Listen,
be
Morgan,
marketing that.
not yet, right? Morgan,
Right.
you know how we be online, showing people cook this meal with me and showing them how to cook it because we want them to learn how to do it themselves. But it's
Yep.
something about the way that we do it that people really like. I had um I had put some broccoli and cauliflower and carrots, like a California blend, in the
Mm-hmm.
blender. Put it with some uh one of those red mill brand flours and made
Mm-hmm.
some patties. And it was like a
Mm-hmm.
cube steak, a veggie cube steak, girl. It was crazy. Was you at the no, you always at the Alkaline Fest. The Alkaline Fest that I came with the peach cobblers.
Wait, was
Mm-hmm.
that
And
what I
That's
was
the
eating?
one.
Oh
That's the
yeah,
oh,
one.
them
oh
things
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
slamming. When we was selling the juices and you had the plates, you talking about that one? When we
Yeah,
was
yeah,
messing
yeah,
with
yeah.
the
That
Oh
was
yeah, that
it.
was banging. Oh yeah, that was banging. Yup. Oh, but see,
That was
like
it.
Morgan got
But
When
I'm
I
gonna
tell
tell
you,
you.
she got
Hold
my,
on, real
she
quick,
got my
Sunshine. Hold on, Sunshine, real quick. Hold on. I do want to say that shouts out to our sister, rest in power, Ital with Island Savvy Creations, straight out of Brooklyn.
My birthday
Um,
twin.
and ended up in Lancaster. She is Morgan's birthday twin, which is ironic because these two women, Morgan and Ital, they taught me everything I know about vegan food. Everything. So don't. I would be remiss
that
if I
lady is
if I
going
did never.
to
If I think this would be the first time I have like say it in an interview. Tall and Morgan. If anything about Shishi cooking vegan food, it's those two ladies. I'm talking about. Tall taught me how to season. She said season with your heart. No. And then Morgan taught me about portions. And I put it together. And that's the beautiful thing because these two women, they didn't care about how good their food was. They wanted they if I asked the idea or something about what they were doing, they told me. They didn't
that's,
gatekeep ideas.
that's
And
right.
that's the beautiful part. It wouldn't be no Shishi cooking vegan food if it wasn't for community kitchen. Shouts out to Marley,
Oh yeah, K
Morgan,
Marley. Yes.
um, uh
Yes, and
Ital. If it wasn't for Island Savvy or for Morgan with more of my creations, because that is part of the food brand, I suppose. There wouldn't be no Shishi cooking vegan food, y'all. So
like I
thank you,
was telling
Morgan,
Morgan, like I
for
was
not
telling Morgan
gatekeeping.
backstage, like you, her, Ital, um, what's his name?
Mama
Chef
Um,
Phoenix.
April,
what's
Chef April. Shout out to Chef April.
Sabe,
no, what's
sister
what was
Sabe. I learned
the
from hold on Sabe. She was at shouts out to Art Henson at oh my gosh, it escapes me the name. Oh my gosh.
All right, Henson
Oh
but
my
body ecology.
downtown Greensboro. Body that's it. Thank you, Morgan. Body ecology. Sabe was the first person that I ever tasted her raw vegan food, and it was bananas. I'm talking about a raw vegan pizza.
That stuff is
Crazy.
good. Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah,
all these
but
people are literally legendary. You know what I'm saying to me.
yeah, for me, it's Monye.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
copper vibrations. I
For
stay
sure.
with it.
She
But yes, her vegan dishes. First of all, everything she touched.
anything she made.
Everything Sherrita touched. You know what I'm saying? Lavinia, she got that one of my favorites. Her not so salad, not so chicken salad or something. Not chicken salad. That thing is slamming, slamming, and her
With the mung beans
um,
or
I I think she used regular chickpeas when she first made it for me,
okay.
and then also her ginger punch, her infamous ginger punch, because I really need to see her to get
I've
some of
had that.
that.
I've had her
And
ginger punch,
um,
yeah.
and then Morgan, okay, Morgan done turned me out on everything. Okay, shout out to Alkaline Eats too, but Morgan
Alkaline
with
Eats and
her
big solid love food. Big solid love.
rolls, okay,
My
these
soul
things,
rolls
her soul
Soul
rolls.
rolls.
The last
and
time she
banana
was
blossom.
from Florida, I made sure I ran down on her. I got some fried,
And
and
bulk.
I got some to take home to fry myself. When I tell you that
Listen,
vegan mac, them
that's the
collard
thing.
greens, them, I mean, in there, man, turned my brother out, turned the boys out. They was like, "Mom, you got any more of them soul rolls?" I said, "No, they so."
Man, a lick of
And
me
look,
now.
Morgan is not afraid to tell you. Morgan is not afraid to tell you, bomb and bulk, because I ain't about to keep cooking in your face. Take them
Yup,
And
home.
she
one. That's a
sure
lie.
will.
That's
She
a
sure
lie.
will. And then I
Put
done
three
messed
ingredients
around.
inside of this. And then got to
And
throw it all in
since
the freezer.
yeah, since
Buy me
she
both.
had been back
Go
from
ahead.
Florida, I messed around and made some. I said I know I can do it, but like
You
I said,
can.
I
Y'all
like
can.
I
You
like to
absolutely
support the
can.
people. I like to get it from my people, but I went ahead and made
Because
mine.
Morgan, I don't know
Yeah.
what Morgan be doing to it. I don't know what Morgan do to the soul
It's
rolls. I don't
that
know.
love. It's her intent.
It's her hands,
It's
her
it's her
intention.
I feel
Yeah.
like y'all
yeah.
cook better than me, so y'all real kitchen savvy.
No.
Y'all can make your own food for real. I just be winging it, and y'all happen to like it. I'm like, oh,
No, look, no, and that's what I tell people too. Though I said, really, it be whatever is there. Like it's no set recipe. It's just that okay, whatever's available,
yeah,
I use it, and I just know how to make it work with each other.
yep.
And don't let
Like,
Sunshine not talk about her own cuisine because she can
right.
cook too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I do a little
don't
something.
sleep
It's
on
so funny.
Sunshine.
Today we had doctor's appointments. We're all getting new glasses. So Ishan was talking about,
Oh,
maybe you cook. I'm like, you are an amazing cook. Like, oh, you really cook good. I'm like, boy, you just hungry. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, trying to butter you
But
up.
when they
right.
looked
That's
at,
what I'm about to say. Butter you up.
yeah, but when they looked at Elisha, they was like, what are you feeding him? I said, cook food. My boys don't eat out like that. They get cooked food.
Yeah,
They get
they need
cooked
That boy
that
food.
about
too.
big as you, I'm sure. He about
Yeah,
tall as you.
Elisha's taller than both of y'all now,
Oh wow,
Wow.
and he'll be 14 in March.
wow. Mm.
He'll
What you
have
gonna do,
his
girl?
16-year-old girl already chasing behind him.
Oh,
Carla said we making her hungry.
mm.
So before,
We'll make you some food, Carla. I'm right down the street from you right now, Carla. You tell me what you want. I got you.
see, look at that.
Let's back up. Let's
Delivery
back up on this girl. Let's back up on this 16-year-old. We're gonna punch. I can't
Yeah,
say that
we
online.
gonna talk about that when we come back. Let's get into our blast artists because we also got some, from our, super producers, super writers, super poets, super curators, super everything she put her hands on. We got something to play of hers. But first, let's go to our blast artist of the week. This is SEAN with Elevate.
Yeah. Sean, man, NEMG. What's good to my brothers? This one of my faves. I caught the vibe like DK. This take me back to white tees, to bows with the prepaid. Yeah, and when I catch the flow, it's no delay. No scratch, I flip a track like a DJ. Yeah, I'm bombing on this like CJ. NEMG on the track, press replay. Holy Spirit in the mix when I spit, taking off the devil head like Sean Taylor playing free say. Tee up the track, I'm back with a vengeance. My flow clean, I got it from repentance. Your flow sheen, you got it off clearance. Please don't be mad cause I spaz when I spit these bars and still put Jesus in my sentence. So unashamed how I skate on that track like figure skaters and hockey pucks. I'm leveled up like Mario with a star, about the messes level up. What? Let me get back to the reason that I'm here, to encourage anybody that's battling with fear. The unknown of unknowns. That's why you gotta trust God with your situations like David with one stone. Call him up on the main line, no touch tone. Prayer like bench press, get that weight off your chest, Holmes. And stop that Expedia, tripping off of everything the enemy is feeding you. Yeah, stop watching all that media. Surround yourself with the ecclesia. Big facts, stop letting the devil mislead you with the riffraff. Had to take me a second just to sit back, working out my faith through life with no six-pack. Cause I remember my days living low, no car to roll, dinner spaghettios. With no job for income. Remember being on the floor of my apartment, praying, crying out to God for me to get one. Right after I said amen, he sent one. And some things you don't forget. That moment brought me closer to God through baby steps. I start learning. Walk by faith before you start running. And know the enemy won't stop gunning to stop your dreams, your destiny. That's why I gotta go and read. So I believe every promise, declaration, and prophecy. And know what God got for me is just for me. Believe.
Yes, indeed. That was Elevate Sean, Sean. And you too
Oh
can
yeah,
be a
they bad.
featured on here on Blast. All you gotta do is go over to blastmusic247.com. Go on there, use the premium account, create your stage. It's all free. You can get all the streaming you need. We got over 500,000 subscribers from all over. So you
Woo,
know,
woo, woo.
way to get your artistry out there. You know, we got time for poets. We got it. Yeah,
Something in
you
thought?
down you down there. Look, you down there. You know, we got poets on here because I even have my artist page up. We also have space for comedians, live bands, rappers, singers, groups. You feel what I'm saying? You name it. So run on over to Blast, music247.com. And if you are a fan of music and independent artists, you too can become an ultimate fan. Go on to Blast. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. And the artists, you get to have your music featured on one of how many podcasts we have now? Are we over the 20
Um,
minutes yet?
we might be.
Yeah, because the last time I remember we was like 16,
We got
17.
a lot. We
Yeah.
got a lot.
So also we then we just acquired something I remember reading back in the day that you
Uh,
also
and
are editor for.
yes, I am the editor in chief of Indie Pulse Music Magazine. It is it's
Hey,
almost, I want to say it's almost 10 years old. It was once in print, and it was print and digital. Now it's just digital. It's a international digital publication. We serve rock, rap, uh, blues, jazz, classical, you name it, we got it. www.indie Pulse Music. You can
and
also catch us on
didn't
Indie
even
Pulse
tell
Now
me,
on Instagram.
didn't even tell me, but went ahead and did a review for me. And after it was already printed, oh, by the way, Sunshine, check this out. And I thank you
We
for
have
that.
to. We have to take care of our people. Like
That's
when we're in the process of doing um huh, when I tell you the emails and the submissions, shouts out to Veep and our president of Blast Music Networks, Elliot Jackson. They hold me down a lot with these emails. So this is an influx of emails like you wouldn't believe. We get over 500,000 hits a day on that website. So,
right.
I mean, you can imagine how many emails we receive for people who want to have their music reviewed, written about in the magazine, all the things. So we had to make sure we took care of Sunshine and Paul Crumb and who's another artist that we know. It's a lot of people that we know that we've served in regard to reviews. So if you have any music or poetry or anything that you want reviewed, I definitely tell you to go and uh, register at blastmusic247.com for the premium, like Sunshine said, and then we can get you in over at Indie Pulse and see what we can do for you as far as reviewing your music. It's gonna take a little bit of time. I ain't gonna hold you, but you will get your review.
Indeed, indeed. And I know I didn't mention this, but Morgan,
Mm-hmm.
would you happen to have some of your poetry on standby?
Oh,
They are old poems,
It don't matter. It's poetry. And it's
but
it's
yeah.
yours.
poetry. It's
Look,
you,
it's
Morgan.
yours.
Oh, y'all. Well, you just
You
want me
thought I
to
was gonna
share one
let you get
now?
away?
Yeah, I was hoping.
She wasn't gonna let you come on her show and not do that.
Come on now.
All right.
Look, I ain't seen you since you've been back. So
I
I gotta get it
know.
locked in.
I know. I've been incognito.
No,
I
but
do
and I
have
haven't
some
been able
like
to get up there.
quick in and out poems. about love for a black man. I'll do that one. Right now, you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Let,
You what?
let me you want, is the music fine or you need me to turn it down some more?
I don't know how to spit on beat.
Okay, so that's, I'll turn it down.
Okay. Keep it low. You ready? Oh, okay. You are my sunlight that shines on every part of me that you touch, leaving burns from your rays deepening my skin tone because you're too much. Doctors say I need protection against you to avoid getting cancer, but I can't cancel your love from entering my system. Sunblock or not, you're the hottest thing on the block, baby. You take me to solar systems and extraterrestrial climaxes I couldn't even dream of. They may speak of your past, but I look past your exes like Pluto. Irrelevant. No longer included in topics of conversation. What I'm saying is you're unique. And I like it. There's not a single thing I would change about you. There's this wave about you, so smooth and rhythmic. The nighttime is your high tide when the heavens seem to pull upon you, and I, in return, get to witness your fluid beauty. You wet up my wide landscapes with your deep blue sea. I need you near me, you see, like I need oxygen from trees. A forest of men couldn't begin to nurture me as you do. You don't exist in a typical setting, chopped down and recreated by man. No. You stand firm in a distant land where demolishing you will cause you to go extinct. You're one of a kind and you're all mine. Mind if I sit up against your branch and collect the sweet moss that drips from your bark? The dew that drips from your leaves. I'm on my knees in awe of your thick trunk. You're so beautiful and balanced. The only thing dark about this relationship is your skin. When nighttime returns, you blend in, blinding me in the dark, encompassing me with your body, only to return again in the sunlight with a smile so radiant I'm sunbathing in it. Doctors say I need protection against you to avoid getting cancer, but I can't cancel your love from entering my system. Sunblock or not, you're the hottest thing on the block, baby. Thank you. That's my sunlight.
What?
I probably wrote that
Hey,
12, 15 years ago, but that's one of my favorite poems.
but that's
Still, that thing
that's
that
that's
thing
the thing.
timeless.
That, yeah, it's timeless. It's still relevant
Ah!
now. And Sherrita, I am upset because I keep getting the error for your he's within me.
Mm,
It's 8 o'clock, Sharita. 8:01.
I know. I'm gonna dip out in a minute. Let me think if I can say it by he's within me if I know it by heart. Hold on. Every day that I'm blessed to open my eyes, I say thank you aloud, then I rise to do something right with this time on my hands. Because you thought enough of me to give me another chance at this life you gave, and I compromise your will for my will time after time. And even after that, you favor me so, still loving me, just so that I'll know. Your grace and your mercy holds me down as I work really hard to keep my crown. And even though I walk around, I got the Trinity holding me down. That's why. And the beat is it's a really great beat. And we'll go down. That's why I made it through. It's true from the top of my head to the soles of my shoes. You might think it's been sweet. You don't know, it's so deep. I thought I was going to sink in my misery. I'm so blessed that you kept your hands on me. To God goes the glory for everything good in me. He shines from the inside out of me. In spite of me and my carnal ways, there's a supernatural movement the way I behave. These days are filled with peace and joy, courtesy of this baby boy. So thankful that he made the choice to give his life for me. Yeah, that's why. Y'all can catch He's Within Me, the track that's actually associated with what I just said on YouTube. Just type in Sherrita CW Delacruz. It's there, and with a couple of other pieces. And then if you want to listen to other poetry by me, Before I got married, it's Sherrita C. Williams on YouTube.
Yeah, she's dope. She's magnificent. They both are. That's why I love them. Um,
Gotta say
definitely
that.
uh the poetry, um, not so much being a crutch, but being a vessel, and I really appreciate knowing you both. I appreciate everything that
We
I've
love you, sunshine.
being
Yeah,
attached
likewise.
to.
You're a supportive, loving sister yourself. I'm glad to have met you and known you and be connected to such an amazing woman and such as
Yes.
yourself. Thank you.
So
Hmm.
when
And
you
such a
get
great mother. Her mothering
Okay,
is
she be
amazing.
mothering, don't she?
She be
Shit.
mothering. She be mothering.
Them boys can't say they ain't have a good mom now.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what they can say, but they can't say that.
She will be at
yeah,
the school in a minute.
Okay.
just was there today.
Okay. Mama don't
And
play.
she a part of the PTA. She don't play.
PTA school improvement team, and then I am now one of the it's two representatives, but I was asked to
Mm.
specifically do this, to be part of the superintendent's parent advocacy committee.
Because they see that
Oh
you're a leader
my.
and your voice matters. It probably encourages other parents to get they together.
Yeah, I be
That's why
on.
Hmm.
they ask.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But look, I be on their neck for real. Like
Uh-huh.
my son
Stay
was
on
just
it.
look, my son was just suspended. You know how I go with the technology stuff, and some things
Yeah.
popped up on his laptop, and he didn't stop watching it. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
they just went straight to 3 days suspension. And I went to that handbook, and I'm like, hold up. When he came home, it wasn't no paperwork, no nothing. I ain't get no email, no parent square,
Yeah.
no. And
I need a
right
heads up.
before, yeah, right before going
First
back to
offense,
work,
second offense. What's up?
yeah,
Yeah.
they went straight to three. I said, how? They was like, oh, because of the type of contact. I said, no, that is
Run
not
that
the
back.
student handbook. That's not
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So again, one person told me no. Then I spoke with the principal. Love her, you know what I'm saying? But her interpretation was siding with them. And then I sent another email with the verbiage, copied and pasted from the handbook. And then the next day, I also sent it up to the areas because Mecklenburg County is so big. So I sent
She
it
don't
up.
know. They don't know who they messing with.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
emailed the area superintendent, who also met me at that superintendent's meeting. And then she attached the assistant superintendent. And guess on which day that I sent this email? When I tell you divine intervention, always, when I tell you be in spirit, the day that I sent this email, all the principals and superintendents was in a meeting together.
Wow.
Mm.
So
Is
they
that
could
how you do that
verify.
job as an advocate?
She said, I will. She said, when the area superintendent responded to me, she said, Happy New Year, greetings. Thank you for this email. I attached the assistant superintendent because she is more over their school than I am. And you will be getting a response today by 3 p.m.
Mm.
My son was back to school. So today I went up there, but they was in another meeting. But okay, so now that he was able to come back to school because I appealed it, I need them 2 days off his record.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, so
right.
I'm still not done. So I share these things because I remember when I first came to Greensboro, and this has nothing to do with a North or South thing for anybody that is watching later, currently watching now. Because I come from a group of women that y'all always hear me reference, the Fitch sisters. These are my grandfather's mother and aunts, grandfathers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they are a big, big foundation of why I am the way that I am. When y'all say that mothering,
Mm.
you know, I know a lot of things that their children either didn't really pay attention to or they glazed over, but I soaked it all in like a sponge. You know what I'm saying? So my sense of community, my sense of nation healing and building, really they planted and watered. So what you see is a reflection of the Fitch sisters. Everything that they took turns, and everybody had their own piece that they brought to the puzzle. But They showed me how you have to fight. And these women were through the Great Depression. They was through the civil rights era. They was part of that. They lived that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I am how I am. And my aunt Helen, she's 97 this year. She always
Wow.
told me that she said, with you when you was young, you spent so much time up under us. If anybody told you anything, especially in that school, you had to know who, what, where, and why, and what is the purpose of me knowing this, and why do I need to apply this to my life? And she said, and you have to be respectful with it, but it's because of the information they was giving me. That's the real homeschooling, you feel me? You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so having that's how I choose, you feel what I'm saying, to lead. And so I'm letting them know who I come from. And just because you look like me don't mean I'm gonna be easier on you.
Right.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing it
Mhm.
because you look like me and you have my black sons in your care while I'm helping the community at work.
Right.
It's
Help
supposed
me
to
out.
it's supposed to be like a safe space, but a lot of times
Yes.
it be those that look like us that are taking our black boys in this school system and just casting them aside.
Taking them through there.
And I'm hoping that my appeal woke their eyes up, is because who's to say other schools are not using their own interpretation of this particular rule? It says it, no matter what it is, it's supposed to be handled in a progressive manner, and it was not handled that way. It was the first time he was called out about it. It happened, boom, straight 3 days out. Coming
Hmm.
up here. Really? Yeah, they ain't know who they was messing with. I write for a reason.
I hear
Even
that.
my narratives at work,
Mhm.
I had one supervisor read from another building, and so when I performed at our International Women's Month event, she was like, "I knew you was a poet reading your narratives on cases." She said that the way you write, everything just flows. So it's grateful to know that I have some great sisters to be a part of. And it's grateful to know sisters like Sherrita Delacruz, sisters like Morgan Renee Myers. These sisters are taking time. They have really taken their time and energy to pour out into their communities. They have taken time to help people hone in on their craft. They have taken time to support people in other ways that had something to do with outside of poetry. Um, Anytime that you take chemistry to create energy for the body,
Mhm.
so you have
Mhm.
to be a special person. People keep looking as chosen people, and again, don't misinterpret what I say. Exactly what I say is what it is. People look so much more for the chosen people to be in pulpits while they're overlooking the ones that the creator are blessing them with to be angels within their midst.
Mm.
So a person in the kitchen is chemistry. You feel what I'm saying? A person that's able to make seasoning blend to bring you nourishment for your soul, for your healing. That's chemistry. It's a science. Science is in every part of life. Mathematics is in every part of life. Those are two things you will never get away from, and to be able to do that willfully, the intent, these are the chosen people that y'all are overlooking.
Mhm.
Not always that man or woman in the pulpit. It's that person that's sitting out there that's taking the time to say hello to you. This don't even know you. Just the fact that they said hello and struck up a conversation. or because somebody came and told you something great about you. These are the chosen people. It's not always some big messiah that you think that's supposed to take you and lead you. Angels are dispatched everywhere in every shape or form. Whether you don't understand it or see it, there is order in chaos. It's just meant for those to understand it to see it. And Sherrita, she is dope. I love the fact that she is getting more comfortable with herself. Because when I tell you, she'll be sitting there like, she'll talk about everybody else, give everybody they 2 minutes. And then when she has to say, oh, and I am Sherrita, she'd be like, and that's it. And she'll walk off.
Well, I will say working through my 40s, I turned 49 yesterday. Um, and thank you guys. Thank you. Uh, I'm at the place where it's like not my monkeys, not my circus.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not like I don't want to continue to do what I have been doing, pouring into other people. But it's like I want to make sure that I'm pouring into myself because I can't pour into empty cups unless I'm full.
That's right.
I can't pour from an empty cup. That's cliche, but um,
That's true.
I think I'm pretty awesome. Like when I go to the house and I'm in the mirror, I'm like, you're pretty awesome. I have it on a sticky note. It's an affirmation. You're pretty awesome. And so, I mean, I think it's okay to say that now. Not
Yeah.
not in like a haughty way. I'm always going to be humble about my approach, but to be able to acknowledge myself to myself is key these days.
And that's good. It's all about growth. Morgan, what was is she frozen again? Oh, okay. What was the when we talked about backstage? Let us know what's up and coming up at the land, please.
Yes, so the land of abundance where we bottle and sell this live alkaline spring water. We also do a farmers market. It's every Saturday. Third Saturdays is when we have it themed. So every Saturday is from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Third Saturdays we same time, but we really start kick off around noon, and then afterwards we do an event called Fire for Therapy from 6 p.m. until you can stay for overnight camping if you so desire. But yeah, we do that every third Saturday, and we're incorporating all type of different ways for us to connect this community. So the last few times I went, we had a dance instructor, we had somebody teaching the kids karate. We had a DJ on set, along with it's a farmers market. So we're one of the only farmers market, I think the only farmers market that's open during the winter months, because it takes place inside of a barn house, so it's insulated, so you can come in, you ain't in the freezing cold, and we still have some of those produce that are growing in season during the winter. So yeah, that's every third Saturday. That's in Yadkinville, North Carolina, Brady Bunch Lane. You type that in, it takes you right to us, and you can get all your spring water and produce needs while you're there.
Indeed, indeed. Those is my bros, as I say. My cousin was the one that linked me with them before they came to Greensboro. I was supposed to go
Yep.
down to Jacksonville because my mother's side of the family is originally
Okay.
from there.
Okay,
And
Jacksonville, North Carolina. Yeah.
that's
Hmm.
right. And I was supposed to go down there and I couldn't make it. And then Born King was like, sis, don't even worry about it. We about to relocate to Greensboro anyway. And we've been linked ever since. And
That's what's
I
up.
am so grateful to them. Somewhere along the line, my cousin said that our families are connected because when I started telling them, my older
Hmm.
cousins, the ones that grew up with my mother, when I started telling them, about them,
Hmm.
they was like, oh yeah, we know them. We know they people. They over in Goldsboro. I said, yep,
Hmm.
here we go.
Hmm. All of them that's
So
from out there related. So yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I
so they was
your
like, yeah,
cousin.
we know exactly who you talking about. We know their
Yeah,
family, and I said, okay, cool, that's what's up. So
yeah. I
I
done
love the
adopted them too. Yeah.
I love the roots. I love the fact that I can link with people in spite of what society likes to portray. There are
Mm-hmm.
still out here that are about community.
Oh yeah.
There's still people out here that love the skin that they in and those that share in it.
Yes.
So when I say my reality is different, it is.
Mm-hmm. It
It
is.
is
Because
because
I'm
I
building a community
know
around me.
you know,
Yeah.
I know I don't be in spaces where negative energy resides, you
Nope.
know, and that's how, I am grateful, to still be breathing. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Waking up every day, being able to plant my feet on this good soil. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's all about choices. That free will is a mug.
It is.
That's the
Also,
biggest
I think too.
responsibility for us to have is that free will and how you choose to use it.
Right. And then I think with us specifically, how we're able to cultivate our community. Because a lot of people be like, oh, I don't know how to find people. Well, for one of you ain't coming out the house, but also your intentionality and then also your spirit of discernment. Because you could be out meeting and community all day and people be snakes in the grass for real. So I've learned even in building community and staying close and
Oh yeah,
connected with people, like my intentions and alignment, like who you're around, energy will it don't lie. You can tell when
that's
people come
right.
around, you feel off or sick, or they energy vampires. They always need something, always sharing their problem and woes, but can't hold space for you, can't pour back in you. Then you know that's probably not an energetic match. And then also just your spirit of discernment. If something feel off, then listen to that. Don't keep getting caught up in situations with people, and then down the line be like, oh, I knew all along. You should have listened to your better judgment the first
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
And
So.
when you are connected with the right people, your
Mm-hmm.
discernment is going to go from here to it's going to skyrocket.
Exponentially. Yep.
Like I look, matter of fact, remember the discussion we had
Mm-hmm.
about it was me, you, and Raspberry, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
on
What was talking about?
one of the bonfires.
Uh-huh.
And I was talking about how my body, I knew my body was under attack. Like it was really a reason I was there with y'all that night. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, went to the doctors. They couldn't figure out what it was. I ain't had a flu, nothing,
Mm,
but body was hurting. Like
mm,
I was still moving, but it was aching, and it wasn't like bone type aching. Like my
yeah.
stomach turned up and everything. And y'all was like, y'all just looked at me and it's like, Sunshine, spiritual elevation is also physically painful.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell y'all that night at the land, sitting at that fire, listening to the both of them say that to me at separate times, like Morgan said it, and then Raspberry came walking up on the tail end, and Morgan had already mentioned it, and then that was the next thing out of Raspberry's mouth. Like I was like,
That's
yo,
crazy.
when I tell you after I wrote my intentions down and literally threw it in that fire, when I
Mm-hmm.
was leaving off that land, my body and my stomach wasn't turned up like that no more.
Yeah, and that's the
And
beautiful thing about that fire, that release. That's a form of meditation. So that it's low key like healing and therapy that we're offering without marketing it as such. Like because
mm-hmm,
think about it, you said multiple times throughout this interview with griots. Like that's what our people. That's the type of time we on. Being one with the land, with nature. It's outdoors, but we're surrounded by our people, our voices, our stories, and that fire. That's meditative. You can get lost in it. You can release in it. It's cleansing, just like water. It's
that's
opposite
right.
spectrums, but it's one and the same. They both cleansers.
And a
So
lot
that's
of a
that's
lot of us
beautiful.
don't understand is that's how we survived.
Okay,
If you
literally.
don't understand, look at what they have been attacking
Hmm.
and look at what they have been allowing to poison our vision and our ears, our hearing.
It's
It's a
crazy.
reason because they don't want us to be able to come together like we just spoke on and commune because they know it is healing in that. They
Hmm.
know that's where you really tap into what's within you, that energy. That's when it starts to really elevate and produce. And when your energy is on fire and it produces, y'all make the joke when all black folks get together, it be hot. Y'all don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Y'all supposed to take that energy and transfer it and put it into something to manifest it into something greater. But
Hmm.
y'all take it as a bad thing, like it's too motherfucking hot. Like I can't
Yeah,
take
nah, this
it.
energy. Let's do something with it.
Like that, like it's just like with the holiday season. You know,
Got it.
everybody around Thanksgiving and Christmas is more loving than any other time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
that's the best time to set your intentions up, even if you don't subscribe to the pagan,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Take advantage of what comes from it. You can learn
Mm-hmm.
everything, and everything can be used. You want to
Yeah.
really manifest some things. You really want some things to happen. When that energy comes around that time of year, you better start setting them intentions up. That when
Yeah,
it's
and
so,
do it as a family. Do it as a friendship circle, whoever you
that's
with.
right.
Like,
Like
yeah. What can we have manifested by this time next year with all this energy input, ideas, income? What, like, seriously. We gotta take more than just a gathering of a good time. Like, we gotta make the most out of this good time. Because it's not often that we can all get off and be together like this. So we
yeah,
really need to
and
be
you can
making the most out of
always
these.
tell you've been around the right energy when you leave and you
Hmm.
on how.
And you're not
It's,
drained. Yep.
it's a
Yep.
yeah, without the drainage. That's how
Mm-hmm.
you know you was in great company. That's how you
Mm-hmm.
know you was in divine order. That's how
Mm-hmm.
you know that that is where your feet were supposed to be planted.
Be
It,
supercharged.
what? When I tell you that come out
What I'm about
chest,
to go create.
shoulders be all the way back. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Somebody can
speaking
spoke
of
life into
creating,
you.
don't get it
Like,
twisted because even when you in the bedroom,
mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm, boom,
energy too, you're supposed
boom,
to do something with
boom.
it. After,
Mm-hmm,
do what you do. It's supposed to make you want to do something. It makes you want to have thoughts about bettering your situation or how you can make the next come up, the next stream of income. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Hell, it should motivate you to get up and get your partner a sandwich. I'm just saying.
Okay. And if it's not, that means you need to go sit your ass down. I wrote a book all about it, the Celibacy Chronicles. If you have a sacred energy exchange and you always drain, you ain't manifesting nothing from it, ain't getting no money, your life ain't going up, you need to sit down and analyze why. It's okay to take a break sometimes.
I'm
Relax.
so glad she had the book out because our show was about to mention it. That
Yes.
was the perfect time.
Yes, yes, yes. Sat on down.
So tell the folks where they can find it.
So this was written in 2017. Shout out to Copper Vibrations. At the time, it was just an idea. It was very spiritual experience for me. It just kind of came out. I ain't plan it. I ain't look up how to publish it or what. So Copper Vibrations is a couple that do copper and crystal jewelry, and they
Y'all
both have been authors before they got married, Juma
know.
and Monye. And so I told them what I had going on. I told them deadline I wanted to buy. They went and bought a printer from Staples, printed out my first 100 copies. Shout out to them. But since then, it's been republished through Amazon Kindle. So you can go on Amazon.com and type in the Celibacy Chronicles, Morgan Renee Myers. It'll pop right on up. And I also have an audio book with Dystopia. It's a black-owned streaming company out of Charlotte, North Carolina. So just like if you use Apple or Spotify, Tidal, any of those streaming services, you could go on dystopia.com and type in Morgan Myers, The Celibacy Chronicles, and I have a beautiful audio book, 17 poems, and I featured 13 different visual artists. Sherrita C. Williams, who was on here earlier, she's actually one of the artists in my book for my poem, The Wake Up Call. She did an art piece. But yeah, this was a community effort too. I'm big on community. I'm big on collaboration, how we can use our gifts and talents to help one another out. I don't do nothing by myself.
Indeed. When I tell you, I just got the most wonderful news.
What?
Since you were speaking about that,
Mm-hmm.
I spoke on this once. I think probably the first year of my podcast, but at the time there was a young sister that was originally from Philly. Me and her clique. She used to deal with my oldest son's father,
Okay.
and the first time I had went over there, I was bringing some food. Drop. See, I'm a different type of
Right.
mother. You're not gonna call me a baby mama.
Right.
Wherever my kids went, I made sure they had food because one, we don't eat pork. We don't. It's certain things that we don't eat.
Yeah.
So when I'm dropping my sons off, they also got food with them for the whole time that they're there, no
Your
matter
babies
who.
ain't gonna starve. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And me and her got to meet. Now I'm not. I just don't play the radio when it comes to my sons. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So he was telling all of these different chicks, different crazy things about me. It's just because I ain't let you beat on me.
Right.
So I
Let's
guess
be
because
clear.
of that, he was trying to scare them. But me and her had a conversation, and I said, "Listen, it's nothing like that. You don't never got nothing to worry about." I said, "You see how you just asked me to hand you that charger and you plug that phone up?" I said, "That's what he wanted to do.
Mm.
Every time he try to get right, he just know that I'm gonna make sure my sons is good wherever they go. So yeah, let me
Hmm.
get this phone, and then yeah, I always make sure he's straight, so he really don't have to stress about trying to feed him stuff like that. He could just focus on supposed to be bonding with his child." You
Hmm. Yeah.
know? And I told her that's literally what it was. She was so cool. She even told him, "Nah, she about to go away for a week for her birthday. You keeping your son."
Oh.
She made sure he got back and forth to school. She sat down. She did homework with her. She was even going to school for childhood education.
Wow. That's what's
Came
up.
to my event, the little Mo healing event that I had,
Okay.
and she is growing through something right now.
Hmm.
Just spoke last week, and she said, "You know what?" She said, "You've been calling me, but we've been missing because I was at work, or when I called back, you was at work." She
Hmm.
said, "That made me go through my stuff, and I found your book from your event." She said, "And I went back and I redid all the exercises."
Mm.
She said, "I looked at what I wrote at that time and compared it
Hmm.
to what I'm writing now." And she said,
Hmm.
she was like, "Sis, you just don't know how much that helped me right now. That it was like you was right here talking to me, and now we really talking." She was
That's
like,
what's
"I just
up.
thank you for making sure that I came to that event." So now, when you talked about that, now I got to go back to my program and put everything
Yeah.
in the that so that I can get mine off to print too. So
Yeah. Do it, sis. Cause I think I know I don't often realize how much of an impact. I mean, I kind of do, and people are continuously telling me. So I do. I'm keen to what God has, in my being for my purpose, and I do appreciate that. But sometimes you just don't know how deep it really is hitting somebody, and they needed to hear that, or needed it hear it just like that, or in that form. So this book is 7, but going on 8 years old. Yeah, 8 years old. I want to turn it into a play because I really don't even promote it to the extent that I want. I haven't done all the things I want to do with it. I wanted to like my target audience is really like 15 to 25, so that young adult up to early college type, fresh out of college crowds for book for everybody. But I would love to have gone into different classrooms or after school programs, and because it touches on different topics. It's a coming to self, coming of age,
that's right.
loving yourself. I talk about alcoholism. I talk about, single being raised in a single parent home with no father around, like just the different things that could come from that in a person's life. And so I'm like, these are relatable topics, and children are not always adults when we choose to start engaging. So, and then some of us have, all type of traumatic occurrences as well that we need to talk about and be in community with, and share. So I'm grateful for the gift and to be able to create platforms for people to do that because it's necessary. So yeah, get on that. Get that republished, printed out, whatever you got to do. People need it.
Yep, they need it. They need it. So, Morgan, I just thank you for blessing me with the first show of the season
Yes.
for me. And
Thanks
so
for
let
having
the
me.
people know how they can find you.
Yes.
And your TikTok page, the things that you're doing on YouTube, all that good stuff.
Okay, guys. So pretty much you can follow me anywhere online. My name is Morgan Renee Myers. And so my brand is called Moramai. It's the first two letters of each of those names. The M-O from Morgan, the R-E from Renee, the M-Y from Myers, because you're gonna want more of my education, energy, entertainment, whatever I'm doing. So that's at MOREMY, two underscores on Instagram. Even if you don't put the underscores, I'll pop up in front of a plant. I'm an artistic entrepreneur, so I'm doing a little bit of poetry, acting, authoring, gardening, plant-based chefing. So also on my
That
YouTube
hat
channel is
she's
actually my
wearing, she
name.
also made.
Say that again.
That hat she's wearing, she also made.
Yes. I have a separate business. More of my creations is my crochet, and I also sell like body oils, burning oils, the live alkaline water. So yeah, but if you just type in more of my, it'll get you to all those platforms. And then on YouTube, it's my name, Morgan Myers. My logo is it's a red circle with a yellow M. It's like wings, the wings of my yacht is in the form of an M. So if you just type in Morgan Myers, that'll pop up. And I do story time. More of mine is just me reading books by Black authors to again promote literacy. And I just really enjoy reading. And some people like, to hear a good book. People are into audiobooks. So yeah, just find me at more of my own all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'll be there.
All right. Well, y'all already know Sunshine Vibrations on Facebook, Sunshine on 790 on YouTube, because now Shine Vibrations runs on my page plus on Blast now. And also Sunshine Cromwell regular Facebook page, and then Queen Shine QUEE8HINE on IG, and then Shine Marley on TikTok. So this year being more active on social media. So stay tuned. So it's Friday. You be cooling
Yep.
how you be cooling. The climate out there is different, but don't let that dictate how you continue to love on yourself first and how you exchange that love with others. Be safe out there. Always know it's about accountability and duality. And shout out to all of you who are out here still making it happen, because y'all know it got to go up from here.
It's only up.
It's only
Yeah.
up. Peace.
I say. Peace.